This is Nick. I'm Brandon. This is our foxhole for Milsim West Strike on the steps. It's a good, what, 10 degrees cooler in there?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's probably 75, 85 right here.
It's cold in there.
And it's cold, like put on a jacket cold in there. So that's kind of nice.
I want to find a camera.
You want to find a camera?
Here.
All right, we're going to take pictures of the camera. We built this yesterday, and we've added a little bit. This fortification right here is actually unseen until you cross this little bluff right here, which is next to this first bunker. This is totally covered by all that, and we're just going to continue to fortify this because we are expecting heavy forces coming through here. But we built this today. This we built yesterday. As you can see, we kind of have all of our, we have our garbage here. We have our kits, our gear packed up, ready to go. If we get, we are QRF, so if we get called out, all our gear is right here. Moving inside, this directly to the left, each one of us has our Glock. My Glock's right there, his is right over there. But we have our jackets, easily accessible and kind of covering this area. We had our Gatorades in here, but somebody was in here and stole them. This is kind of our hot water, just where the water goes. We can just keep it down here, so whatever water we don't use. This is just a recurve tent pole that we're using. It actually works great because it's totally out of the way because of the curve. And then this is just holding it down for tension. Here's our first gun port, second gun port, third gun port. We have almost, what would you say our degrees here are? Like 240 degrees of view on this hole. My primary weapon is, or primary replica, is sticking out of this hole because, like I said, we're expecting heavy troops coming from here. We have this one sandbagged, and the other ones are reinforced with just dirt and logs. Here's our smoke grenade cache.
You got blank fire off on your right side.
Blank fire on the right side? Alrighty. So I've got, you know, camera equipment because all my footage I transfer onto my phone, so we can save footage. Then here we go, we got my gloves. These are the Deer Russian papers. These I hand out to everybody that I kill and I search. These are the complaint forms, which are quite funny, and I'll post a link to it. Here we just have a knife with our hats. Right here we have a 5-gallon water bag and then little bladders. Up here right now you can pull this down and put our sleeping bags up to cover this off completely, but this is our air intake to get, because it's quite windy through here, so this this wind that's rolling through here gets caught up in here and it cools this place down. Plus it serves as kind of an observation deck, and then also kind of the same right here. More blank fire.
That's the PKM.
Yeah. Wow, he's slamming that PKM. Anyways, out this gun hole, here's your view. Like I said, he's got his Glock right here. This is our real world medical, and then another pair of binoculars. We just have a thermal heat, what would you call this? Sleeping pad. Yeah. Then we got another couple waters. Our helmets are up here. Any extra ammo? You have extra ammo. Yeah, trying to hide from me?
That's for emergency.
Yeah, gotcha. He's got his Pelican case right here that he has his phone and his wallet in. Out of this one, this is our main gun hole. So this is the real one that we're fortified a lot. Got our entrenchment shovel. This right here is our setup to get all of the photos and videos and whatnot onto our phones and cameras and whatnot. So then we kind of just shove random things in cracks, and this is our rucksacks and, like I said, our kits and whatnot. And so now we'll go on a little tour of the outside. Coming out.
Hey, check out Keegan's hole. They got the 249 set up out front.
Check. So here's our fortification. This is just kind of the bunker. Here we go. Here's the one gun hole that my gun's on. Then our other ones, you can see the winds just shooting right through there. And then you can see we try to camouflage it. It doesn't really need to be camouflaged. We just kind of packed it with stuff so that it will stop more rounds and more BBs and whatnot coming in. All these things do tighten down, so if it does rain, which it was earlier, we can remain watertight. And then this is the biggest gun hole that we've talked about. Here we got the Aussies. They just kind of got a fence line going along here, not super tight, but whatever. They're currently on deployment. We're gonna go around. All the little piles of dirt and whatnot are pretty much individual Ranger grades. So here you go, you got this. These guys right here are legit. They've got a whole case of grenades and smokes and whatnot. And then they actually have a fortified bunker. So assuming that the enemy had a mortar, which we actually stole, Nick and I and our team stole today. Assuming they had one, you need fortified pillboxes, which they have. They don't really have any gun ports, but it is a lockdown firing position that does stay safe. So now we're going to go to the rest of our firing team's position. Now we're moving up on our squad leader and Alpha team leader's hole. This is a giant hole. It was pre-dug, but you got a 249 squad automatic weapon right here. Then on top of that, you can actually see them sleeping in here. They've got 4 grenades, 4 smokes, and then 4 pea grenades. Isn't that cute? That's really cute. Then they got this up on top of them, sandbagged out. And then they got all of their rain gear and their stuff over here. We have another in our fire team. Our guys are over here. Right, Roger. They have pretty much concealed behind these giant logs. See, are they in there? They are, they're sleeping. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice little hole. As you can see, Nick and I are really the only ones watching this side, so we kind of have a little bad feeling in our gut going on. And moving to our last team members, or our last squad members' hole. This would be Mr. Alex himself. He is our foremost person on this side. He's got a pretty fortified position. I actually really like it. He's got a big range, so he can have a lot of people stuffed into his hole if everything hits the fan. So, how you doing, Alex? Good. Holy crud! They actually have them. I'm gonna go. We're gonna go look at that.
They use at least 40.
Yeah. And then this guy's got a tag launcher, so any vehicles come rolling through here, he's our man. Especially this road. Last night, almost had an incident with that. He actually stayed pretty warm, just laying on top of his gear in his kit. Now we're gonna go look at this sandbag. This fortification over here, we've got. As you can see, here's the main road going down, and you've got sandbag, big log. They're actually out on deployment right now, but this is very well built. I really like that. And then these sandbags give a lot of good cover for a good firing position. This one's totally covered off, but this sandbag contraption over here is a beast. I mean, look at this. They actually constructed this whole thing out of sandbags. Wow, that is really nice. So these are the Aussies or the British guys? Yeah? Yeah, well they got the British flag right here, so yeah. Obviously you've got a machine gunner in there because there's a lot of wasted ammo on the ground. Makes me mad a little. But this is a really cool fortification. So now we're going to go look at some of our vehicles. So right here isn't one of them, just covered with a camo net. Mobile command center right here. Out right now we have a deuce and a half, and wait, that's the only other one out.
Quads.
And we have 2 quads. But right here is the main contraption. This thing right here, the Growler, Tactical Tailor Growler. Now this thing's a beast. This thing hauls. All you see is a little cloud of dust going across the horizon.
When we're moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, blends right in, doesn't it?
Yeah, right with that big old cloud of dust behind it. Well, you guys rolled up right behind a deuce and a half, and I was like, oh, there's a Growler right there. There he is.